Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome to another lesson in computer principles. And in this lesson we're going to learn about peripheral devices. So you just bought a new computer and with excitement you unpacked it and you set it all up. The first thing that you wanted is to print out some photographs for the last family party. So it's just time to head back to the store and buy a printer. A printer is known as a peripheral device, and a computer peripheral is a device that is connected to a computer but it's not part of the core computer architecture. Again, computer peripherals is a device that is connected to a computer but it's not part of the core computer architecture. However, the core elements of a computer are the central processing unit, CPU, the power supply, and the motherboard, and the case that contains those three components. Technically speaking, everything else is considered a peripheral device. However, this is somewhat a narrow view since various other elements are required for a computer to actually function, such as the hard disk drive and the RAM, or random access memory. Most people use the term peripheral more loosely to refer to a device external to the computer case. You connect the device to the computer to expand functionality to the system. For example, consider a printer. Once the printer is connected to a computer, you can print out documents. In another way, look at it, peripheral devices as they are dependent on the computer system. For example, most printers can't do much on their own, and they only become functional when connected to a computer system. There are many different peripheral devices, but they fall into three general categories. Input devices such as a mouse and a keyboard, output devices such as a monitor and a printer, and storage devices such as a hard drive or a flash drive. Some devices fall into more than one category. Consider a CD-ROM drive. You can use it to read data or music, that is input, and you can use it to write data to a CD, that's output. Peripheral devices can be external or internal. For example, a printer is an external device that you connect using a cable, while an optical disk drive is typically located inside the computer case. Internal peripheral devices are also referred to as integrated peripherals. When most people refer to peripherals, they typically mean external ones. A concept of what's exactly peripheral is therefore somewhat fluid. For a desktop computer, a keyboard and a monitor are considered peripherals. You can easily connect and disconnect them and replace them if needed. For a laptop computer, these components are built into the computer system and can be easily removed. The term peripheral also does not mean it's not essential for the function of the computer. Some devices such as a printer can be disconnected and the computer will keep on working just fine. However, remove the monitor of the desktop computer and it becomes pretty much useless. Here you can see a typical desktop computer system with a number of common peripheral devices. The central processing unit, number 2, motherboard, number 8, and power supply are the core computer systems. Expansion slots number 4 on the motherboard make it possible to connect internal peripherals such as a video card or a sound card. They're not shown. Other internal peripherals shown are a hard disk, number 7, and an optical disk drive, number 6. External input peripherals are a scanner, number 1, display monitor, number 10, keyboard, number 13, and mouse, number 14. External output peripherals are a set of speakers, number 9, and the printer, number 16. Note that labels 11 and 12 is the figure referred to software and are not peripherals. There are many other examples of peripheral, such as a microphone, a web camera, headphones, external hard drive, flash drive. Most computer users have at least several of these peripheral devices. External peripherals are directly connected to the motherboard using one of the different types of slots on the motherboard. External devices can be connected using a wired connection or a wireless connection. As the name suggests, a wired connection uses a cable that needs to be plugged into the computer using a connector. The most widely used connector is a universal serial bus or USB connection, but several other types are used depending on the specific computer system and the types of a peripheral. A wireless connection does not require a cable. The most widely used wireless connections are Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Both are good for very short distances, so peripherals such as a wireless mouse and keyboard, typically they use Bluetooth connection. Wi-Fi is good for longer distances. If you've set up a wireless network at home or office, you may be able to use the printer wirelessly to use the printer to print out, if they're both connected to the same network. Computer peripherals expand the functionality of your computer. Some are essential for the computer to properly function, such as a monitor and a keyboard. Others serve more specialized purpose but allow you to do a lot more with your computer. Alright, in today's lesson we learned a lot about peripheral devices. Okay, so what I need from you is grab a piece of paper and a pencil and write down number 1. Peripheral devices. Give me the definition of peripheral devices and write it down. Number 2. Name as much as you can of internal peripheral devices. Number 3. Name as much as you can from external peripheral devices. That is it. Take a picture and send it to me. Thank you.